I dressed for the occasion. It's so funny. This is like the perfect week for me to wear this outfit because I'm also getting into football.
Yeah.
That's 100% true. I'm getting into football, and we get to say goodbye to a sex pest in the house.
Yeah. Goodbye, Riley. Oh, yeah. It was a weird week, and we're going to talk about it. And I'm excited to talk about some of the things that we're going to talk about.
I'm excited to talk about it, not because anything exciting happened this week, but just because Conspiracy Tian's going to come out a couple times this episode for sure.
Yeah, but
is Conspiracy Adouria going to join Conspiracy Tian, or
she never left? Truly, she's just been hiding in the corner, waiting for an opportunity to say her truths.
Have I been called on?
Plural, because there are many truths at any given time.
So yeah, a juicy, jizz-packed episode awaiting you.
A weird, icky week.
But if you watch this show and you like it and you want to see more of us, please remember to follow, like, and subscribe. And, hit us up on TikTok, Instagram, whatever else. We'll respond to every comment with our social security numbers.
Yeah, no, I stay doing that, especially on TikTok. Find us on TikTok, and I will give you my mother's maiden name.
Okay, so without further ado,
welcome back to Sooki Sooki, the world's first Big Brother and Traders sports podcast.
As we were previously discussing, this week it got off to a hot start, because we just came off of Jimmy leaving, right? No, that's not right. We just came off of Zach leaving.
Yes.
In probably the first, or maybe not the first of many blindsides of the season.
Yeah. It feels like he was, I don't know. I feel like Jimmy was also a sacrificial lamb, but I do feel like Zach was a sacrificial lamb as well. And now all of the sides just keep, like, how can I say this in a stupid way?
I don't know.
I feel like we're coming off the brink of Zach leaving, and each side continues to just become more and more divided.
Yeah.
And now they're fighting themselves. It's like a Lord of the Flies situation. They're all eating each other.
It's very interesting, man. Everybody, you can kind of see like everybody in the house is like past traumas start coming out, It's like, oh, there might be some like weird trust issues, or like there's a weird like God complex at work here where she kind of needs to be everybody's number one.
Yeah, we haven't even said who she is, but you probably have already
she refers
guessed.
to multiple people.
Yeah, she does refer to multiple
There's a lot of people who are kind of acting off of just like, it feels like hurt feelings a lot of the time.
You know what I will say is, and it's not really a girl power season, but it is like an alpha female season. Like, I feel like all of the females, I don't want to say females because it's cringe when you say females. All of the women in the house are like all trying to be the number one woman. And I
believe
love it.
the politically correct term. I believe the politically correct term is maidens.
Those freaking baddies in the house. Every baddie in the house is trying to be the number one baddie, and then they just keep sending home dudes. Like, but they're all fighting each other still.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, man. It's there's a lot of like, it feels like it feels like there's a lot of just jealousy.
Yeah, definitely. There's some of that, some weird icky things going on.
Like the first signs of this we saw was when Mickey and Morgan started, they started doubting each other's commitment to each other when Morgan started, branching out a little bit, which I think is a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
Is spread your net a little further than just one person, but also I can see the argument in the other direction, which is that, you don't want too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah, and but that's very, Big Brother kind of creates that environment where it always just ends up being too many cooks in the kitchen, which is how we get the drama, and that's kind of what's going on this week, is we're coming off the tail end of, Mickey and Morgan's side has taken a hit, and Morgan and Rachel now know that they're openly going for each other because Rachel got triggered by the word jury, and she started twitching, and she was like, I'm not going to jury. I'll never go back there ever again. And then,
jury is a slur to Rachel.
Yeah, and then she was
like, what did you call me? Jur is very offensive to my people.
And by people, I mean winners. Because that's what I is. Kids, never admit defeat if you're watching. Mommy loves you. Brendan, get it together.
Kids, remember, because of daddy, you're half Scottish and half winner, okay?
Because of daddy, you're half loser. Hey, I'm half Scottish.
I'm just saying Brendan's not a winner is all.
Brendan,
I'm not shitting on the Scottish people. That wasn't a slight. I love the Scottish.
If you had the chance to change your fate, would ya? Yeah, so we're coming off of a week where Rachel and Morgan are now coming for each other, and Mickey is like really butthurt about the eviction, so she's going off to some of Rachel's allies, to Will, to Ava, to Ashley, and she's like, I'm gonna come for her next. Like, just because you have kids doesn't make you a good person. I'm coming for her. I don't understand. I feel betrayed. Blah blah blah.
She's just so like she's. I always respect people who are like in the house and then they do something fucked up and then they have something fucked up done to them and they're like, it's part of the game, you know?
Yeah.
It's part of the game. And she's just the exact opposite, where she's willing to fuck anybody over, do anything that furthers her game. But then as soon as anything goes wrong for her game, she's like, this person's a piece of shit.
She's like, how? And we'll see it this week. Like, there's a moment where Mickey, I don't want to get into it yet, but there's some like comments that Mickey makes that I'm like, girl, what? What?
Remember when Riley was going off on her? She was like, don't cuss at me. This is a game.
Yeah.
How ironic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so the week kicks off, and we had been coming into this week with Rachel had been coming into this week with a little bit of baggage, because up until this point she had gotten close, but she hadn't actually put any W's on the board.
Yeah, so this whole time she's been questioning her identity.
Yeah.
She's freaking out because she's like, why haven't I won yet? Like, I don't know who I am anymore. I used to be good at this game. I'm Rachel Riley.
Yeah, but I will say, like, because she hasn't won as much, I feel like she's had to play a more well-rounded game, and it's been like nice to see that she's adaptive, you know?
Yeah, she's playing more similar of a game that she played in the season that she won, where she and it's a testament to like how she's grown, because she knows like I have to have a good social game. Like, I was really good at comps in my first season. That got me only to jury because I didn't have any other allies outside of Brandon.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we kind of go into this week, and Rachel hasn't won anything, and there's a lot of turmoil because there's been a line drawn in the sand, you know, with the previous week's HOH Ava.
Lots of lines. There's lots of scribbles going on.
and last week I had been like, I felt like Ava kind of inserted herself into a mess that she didn't need to. But, you know, as this week kind of panned out, she wasn't really catching any
strays.
Yeah, she wasn't really paying for the actions that she did last week.
Yeah. But,
yeah, so what was the HOH again?
Oh, it was that it was a memory game where they were in this like giant house, and then a murderer called and he was like, you gotta hide in the house, in the room that has 5 babies in it, or 12 buttholes in it, or 16 organs in it.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of, it ended up coming, it was kind of funny because at one point it looked like Morgan was just going where Rachel was going.
It didn't look like it. It's just straight up like she was just straight up following her wherever she went.
Yeah, and then towards the end, it came down to Morgan and Rachel. So it was like, I was like, oh my God, either my pony's going to be safe this week or my pony is vulnerable this week.
Yeah. And Rachel wins.
Woo! Grab a life vest, floaters.
And true to her word, she really just starts making moves immediately. You know, she knows what's going on in the house. She probably has the best read in the house on what's going on in the house, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone else seems to be very content letting Mickey do whatever she wants and just targeting Keanu week after week. But I feel like Rachel knows that if there isn't some move to destabilize that part of the house,
no one's ever going to come for that.
Yeah, exactly. They're just going to have smooth sailing to the end. So she takes a big move and she nominates Morgan, Mickey, and Vinny. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I keep wanting to call him Justin for some reason.
Does he make you think of one of your friends?
No, I just feel like like Justin. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Go ahead.
I just want to refer to him as Joseph because he is.
Maybe
he
that's
stays
it.
giving Joseph.
He does kind of give Joseph.
They're both just like sad. Wah, wah.
I don't know. Joseph was like more unaware than he was pathetic, you know?
Yeah, Vinny is too aware, and that's what makes him pathetic.
Yeah, he's like paranoid.
Yeah. The interesting thing about this week is all of Ashley's allies leading up to it are complaining about Mickey wanting to target Rachel. And then when Rachel puts up Mickey, they're like, well, I didn't want her to do that. It's like
a lot of that this season.
Like, bitch, what did you think was going to happen? She said that and everybody's constantly exchanging information about their allies to people in power. That's like, oh, she's coming for you. But don't put her up, or they're coming for you, but don't put them up. They're also my ally.
It feels like a lot of people are just trying to hedge their bets, you know? It feels like they don't have complete confidence in the alliances that I feel like they don't, there's nobody in the house who completely trusts each other 100%, you know?
I'm going to make a graph
Okay.
at some point of like every person who's working together versus every person who has targeted each other at one point.
Yeah.
And it's going to just look like a fucking scribble.
Yeah, it's going to be like a spider web.
Yeah, it's going to look so insane because everybody is working with people who are coming for the other people that they're working with.
Yeah, there's like there's a lot of like flow charts. It's like this person's working with this person who's coming for this person who's working with this person who's coming for this person.
Yeah.
Everyone's simultaneously aligned and also enemies.
Yeah. And it's kind of interesting because the people that, we think are not working together at some point in this week start working together, and we'll get there. But some very interesting alliances continue to be formed. But when we're watching it, we're just like, we're not taking any of these seriously until like we're just not taking any of these seriously because people form alliances and then the next day they're like, I'm actually coming for all the people I'm working with.
Yeah, especially this season. I feel like as time goes on, alliances are going to become less and less like believed.
Yeah, like we're seeing Mickey
there's
and
less credibility
Morgan.
Every season.
Yeah,
put into alliances.
There's no credibility, and I feel like Mickey and Morgan, their relationship. We've kind of seen cracks leading up until this point. Like we saw, Mickey try to be like, let's work with some other people. We need to have other allies. It can't just be us two. And then Mickey go give that exact piece of information to Adrian. Like, why are you? And then like she also gave a piece of information about Morgan to Ava. Remember that? She gave that piece of information to her last week. Ava potentially would have put up her closest. And then Mickey was like, well, I didn't want her to put her up.
Yeah, I mean, it's so interesting. They have almost like a frenemy relationship too. Maybe the theme of the season is frenemy.
It is frenemy. And speaking of frenemies, the beginning of this week, we figure out that Keanu and Rachel have formed a relationship called the Frenemies.
Yeah.
And they're starting to try to work together, which is very interesting.
They've had like a checkered past with each other, which is why this alliance I feel like is so promising, because I feel like people don't really suspect that these two have a working relationship, especially if they're being discreet about when they're talking to each other,
Yeah.
People probably, like, I don't know how well they're hiding their relationship, but if they're hiding it well, no one would be any the wiser to their alliance.
I don't know how solid it is because it does feel like Keanu's made some mentions on the live feeds where he's like, if you put up this person or go after this person, it would make it really hard for me to continue working with you, Rachel. Or like, if you go for this person, I might have to go. Like, one of his closest allies is Vinny for whatever reason. I don't know why. But he wants to protect Vinny, and that's Rachel's number one target. We see her put up Vinny this week. So eviction. I mean, noms probably get into veto.
Yeah. So for Vito, Will gets picked to play again. And who's the other person? Was
Lauren.
Lauren, right. So it's Lauren, the nominee is in the HOH. And Lauren, before the veto sets off, she's kind of toying with the idea of removing Vinny from the block, because she and Vinny are still in a final two, and she very much intends to keep good on that. I don't know how much Vinny wants
Vinny's
to.
got 5 final twos. So.
Exactly. So I feel like she's very pure of heart. She's really just like a little baby angel, fresh-faced child, you know?
Yeah, she's too pure for the game. She just wants to do the right thing. And Vinny is like, comes crawling to her and is like, so you got to pick for the veto.
He's just like a fucking troll that crawls
if you
up from
win,
under the
would
bridge.
you use to take me off? And she's
Pure
like,
sweet child, I need your help.
yes, only you can save me now. Answer this riddle and I'll save your parents. And she's like, I don't know if I would use it on you, but like, I don't like that you're on the block. So maybe, and everybody is coming to her. Well, they come to her after. So we get into the competition. It's the freaking legendary Otev. And I know we keep comparing Lauren to Mackenzie, and she's definitely not on the same level. Like Mackenzie, I feel like could handle confrontation a little bit better than Lauren can, but Lauren is young, so it's just.
I feel like Lauren is tougher than we give her credit for because she really held. Well, we got to get to the later part for me to really talk about this, but she held together well under pressure. You know, she didn't fold.
She didn't fold, but she is just like she's kind of not ever ready to take the heat.
Yeah,
and then but I think it's just like she's young. She's probably like not good at dealing with
she's like
she
a
works
sweet
in a freaking
lady.
Bridal shop all day.
She just looks so nice.
She just lives in a fairy tale.
Yeah, she does.
La 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 la. Say yes to the dress.
Yeah, she doesn't pay taxes or nothing, dude.
I know. She's still on her parents' health insurance.
Yeah.
Like she's living her life. But she plays Otev, and she doesn't beast it in the same way that Mackenzie did. Mackenzie won in the first round, which was BB history. However, Lauren does end up winning like with 3 people left because everybody ends up having the wrong answer, which is the same thing that Mackenzie did.
Yeah. So she wins the veto, and now the question really looms in the air. Like, is she going to use it on Vinny? Us at home are like, please no, girl, you could do better.
You were like, girl, don't let this 33-year-old man manipulate you. You're just a baby.
I know, like, it's kind of gross watching this, like, grown man have to be saved by this child, you know?
He is the Angela of the season in that vetoes keep getting used on him.
Is this...
This is the second one, I think, that gets... Because he got pulled off last week, didn't he?
Did he?
Oh, no. Never mind. Sorry, I'm wrong.
Oh.
Blah, 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 take it out. Blah, 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 blah.
Also, Angela never asked for the veto to be used on her.
That's true. She never asked. She was just
like... She was surprised as us at home every time.
Yeah, each time she was very surprised. So Lauren wins the veto, and immediately it's like sharks smell blood. It's freaking... It's flies on a fruit. Everybody is coming to her. Rachel is like, please do not use the veto. Morgan does this like weird icky thing where she's like, I didn't tell you this, but
she does like what Zach did, but like even worse because it's like you didn't even do anything there, man.
Yeah,
it's not like you did something nice. Zach did something nice, and you're like, oh, Zach did something nice, so you should help me.
Yeah, after her and Mickey have bullied Lauren all season,
and I even read some stuff, or we read some stuff this week on the live or about the live feeds where she's like going after Lauren again.
Yeah, she's just being mean to Lauren, and it's like. It's like she's...
Lady, you're literally 50 years old.
You can be mad at Zach. You can't be mad at her for being liked by Zach. Like, you can be mad at Zach, and Zach obviously kind of used his and Morgan's relationship to his advantage a little bit. We saw in the last week. Well, when he was just like, oh, you're my number one in this game. And like, I feel like he was trying to hide his relationship with Lauren in order to maintain that like kind of power, because like why would you hide in the hammock? Why wouldn't you just say, I'm right here, it's not a big deal?
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that. I think he's overall like a nice, good guy, but I do think there were like some...
He knows what he's doing.
Weird,
you know, he's a handsome man.
He knows he's handsome, and then she likes him. So Morgan approaches Lauren, is like, I didn't tell you this, but Zach saved me last week.
It's almost like a perfect impersonation.
He had a power, and if he used it, I would have been on the block. And he told me about this, and he was like, don't tell anyone. But I was just like, I have to tell Lauren because, you know, our bond with him, like we relate. And
we're tunnel buddies.
And we're like Eskimo sisters, even though nothing ever happened between me and him except for my dreams. And and he would have wanted us to work together, so you know, you have this veto and you have to he would have wanted you to use it on me, girl. He would want you. Sorry.
Just the most mental gymnastics bullshit
That
ever.
was so weird. By him saving me, he was saying we work together.
Yeah.
And Lauren's like, yeah, I don't know about that.
She laughs.
And she's like, I'm sorry, it's not funny.
No, that's when I became a Lauren stan, dude. She was like, this bitch is crazy if she thinks I'm buying what the fuck she's saying right now.
Yeah, it was kind of, she was like, a what?
She literally was like, a what? I'm 22, I'm not stupid.
I can't remember if Mickey had any direct conversations with her that I saw, but obviously Vinny was pestering her. And then every time she tried to have like a one-on-one conversation with anybody, Rachel would appear and be like, what are you guys doing? What are you guys talking about?
I love that though. She's playing every second of every day.
She is putting her whole pussy into this game.
Yeah, she'll just stumble into the room. And I hear early on that's what Keanu was doing, but obviously he doesn't have the cachet that she does.
Yeah, well, like she could get away with it because she's fucking Rachel Riley.
Yeah, people were expecting her to do shit like that, whereas like, you know, if you're nobody like Keanu at the beginning and you're putting your stuff in people's rooms just so you can walk in there and interrupt their conversations, it's not gonna go over so well.
I think she was just like watching the fucking HOH TV in her room and then being like, oh, okay, they're in the supply room. On my way. What are you guys talking about? And then there is one point where she walks in and it's like right before the veto is about to happen. And Lauren is like freaking out, still trying to figure out what's going on and what she's going to do. And everybody's like, me is a veto on me. And then Rachel is like, if you fucking do this, I'm going to put up one of your allies, maybe Riley. And then they're like, no, she's fucking bluffing, dude. She literally would not put up Riley. She literally would not. For whatever reason, we all love him. For whatever reason that has not been shown on the TV to us at home, we are obsessed with this man, and he is cool in a way that you have not seen.
Clearly not. And I guess it's time to address the elephant in the room, which is that this entire week just gets dumped by the whole fucking Riley and Catherine drama.
Yeah, and there's one point where Lauren is literally talking to Vinny, Morgan, and Mickey in the supply room. And then Rachel's like, what are you guys talking about? And they're like, we're trying to get her to use the veto on us, obviously. And then Lauren runs out because she's like, I just don't know what to do. It's a real Sophie's choice. And then Rachel's like, you guys make me fucking sick bullying her. And they're like, aren't we all bullying her together?
Yeah, I thought we were all doing it.
You're bullying her.
Yeah.
We're bullying her. We all do it. We're all trying to get what we want.
Yeah, so it's a bunch of adults just like beating the shit out of this 16-year-old girl.
I know. It's so sad.
And she holds up well, man. She's black and blue. She's like, Vinny.
I know. Yeah, she's like, I'm really sorry. And then Rachel gets up and then she does this like weird stop pause where she like looks at Lauren and she's like, all right, Riley, Lauren chose Vinny. Sit your fucking ass up there. And then everybody's like, oh, wow, she fucking did it. Oh my God. Oh, wow.
And I was just confused because like her case for why she wanted to backdoor Riley was that he's going to win the whole game. But like based on what we've been seeing, he hasn't really even been participating in the games. You know?
I mean, the only thing that I can think of is like the credibility that he got very early on, but at some point like that credibility runs out, and I haven't seen him in any really game conversations, and I know that we're not seeing everything and that CBS is either like trying to limit his screen time because of, you know, the bad things that have come out, or I don't know.
We can say it. I mean, we don't have to protect his image.
It just sometimes feels like they were protecting his image.
Yeah.
Which like is hilarious because now he's like, you guys gave me a bad edit, which they saved your ass, sir.
I feel like it's not so much they were watching out for him, but they were watching out for their show, because obviously it's not like a good look to have a contestant just be outwardly love bombing, kind of being threatening in certain.
It wouldn't be so bad. Sorry to cut you off. It wouldn't be so bad if they didn't have like a history of this, and it is like kind of what we had a long conversation about this, and you made a really good point where you were like, they're just doing the same thing that they've always done, and now they just have to adjust to an audience that is more
Well, my
that
point
is
was
quicker to hold them accountable for the people that they're casting and the way that they're presenting certain things.
Well, yeah, my point wasn't to like take blame off them. It's just they're not responding quick enough to changing expectations.
Yeah.
Which is like we demand more out of our contestants, and they're probably just like not realizing that quick enough. You know, like we saw with Love Island, like that was very clumsily cobbled together. I guess this is the season of very like production just being clumsy. You know?
Yeah, and I think they probably are coming off of like a really strong season where they're like, oh my God, we casted that season perfectly. Like, okay, we've really validated that the process of how we're casting is good and it can stay the same probably. But it does feel like they could have done they either could have done their research a little bit more, or they should not have ignored the research. And it is just annoying because it feels like they've had several weeks to address this. Like people have been making a fuss about this for several weeks. Granted, I feel like this is like when it's finally come to a head, but
I also feel like they're in a tough position because like they do have to try to maintain the integrity of the game because, as you said, it's illegal for them to influence the game when there's money on the line. You know?
Yeah, that's something that Maddie mentioned to me because I was exchanging conspiracies with her, and you read some that we'll talk about that I feel like probably have the most validity, like seem like the most likely case. So Riley goes up as a replacement, and Catherine is like, why would you do that? I'll tell you why would you do that?
Yeah, that's why this week is so hard to watch because it's like damned if you do it, damned if you don't. You know, like you're trying to help this girl out by separating her from this fucking sex pest, and then you're in the process also kind of destroying her game. Yeah,
like he's her only ally at this point. It seems like she's pretty close with Lauren though, so I think like it seems like their relationship will be okay. She was upset for a moment, and then she was like, I understand why you did it, but like this kind of fucked me.
Yeah.
Which is fair. I mean, it seems like she's got a good relationship with Lauren. I hope that she can bounce back this week. I don't know that she can, but now it's like a good opportunity to be like, hey, I'm capable of winning because I've won a competition, and now I'm a free agent. I'm willing to just work with anybody.
Yeah, and I think certain people in the house will see it that way. Like, it's not necessarily like we have to get rid of her now because she's not really much of a competition threat anyway.
No.
I think people are going to think of her like, oh, she's a young girl who's not like insane. You know, she's a level-headed young woman. I can get her to be a number for me at the very least. Yeah,
she's not, the biggest fish to fry at the moment. I feel like as long as Vinny, Mickey, and Morgan are a trio, and like as long as Rachel's still in the house, they're always going to be bigger fish to fry.
100%. And I'm just going to put on conspiracy Tian's hat for a second, okay, and just say that it was a little fishy that Rachel did this, okay, because the Rachel Riley I know, and the Rachel Riley she's shown herself to be for most of the season would not make a move like this. I just like her reads have been so spot on, and everything that she's done up until this point has been so calculated, and I haven't heard her mention Riley at all as somebody that she was impressed by, or somebody's game that she needed to watch out for, or even somebody that she was trying to work with because she saw him as somebody who was playing the game well. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like with Keanu, she was like, it pays to have a comp beast on my side. Of course I'm going to work with him. And she was like, I wouldn't even go to the end with him because his resume is stacked. Like, why would I do that? Yeah.
So it was just bizarre for her to be like, I have to put him up because he could win it all. And I feel like his credibility from not being the mastermind is not enough to get him to the end or to get him that money. Like, you have to be doing more. I'm not watching the live feeds all the time, so if anybody's seen anything, I'm open to being wrong about this.
Yeah, if anyone can tell us why he's considered such a danger, like that would maybe...
outside of the obvious.
Duh. But like, give us a reason why Rachel would see him that way, because otherwise I feel like this is me, and this is completely unsubstantiated, and I don't need anyone else to believe this, but I think that production tapped Rachel on the shoulder and was like, hey, let's do this for us. We'll get you on The Amazing Race next season.
We'll get you on somewhere else.
Yeah. You might not win this season. Your game might be fucked, but you'll have another 4 or 5 years of your reality Rachel run. You know?
Yes. Yeah, and I feel like they can't do that with anybody else, but I feel like
Rachel would take one for the team.
I feel like I wouldn't even be surprised if she has some like hidden producer credits. Like I just feel like not that like I don't have there's no validity to that. And
yeah, we're just being conspiracy theorists.
But I just feel like they would only be able to do that with somebody that they already had a working relationship with.
Right.
Yeah. And I don't know. And it
just felt like a perfect storm for production to just be, insert their little fingies without actually inserting their little fingies.
Yeah, because I feel like they can't just yoink him out of the game and then be like, oh, we're yoinking him because he doesn't talk well to women and he's got 2 kids.
Yeah, like those aren't illegal.
It doesn't apply to their like 0. It doesn't fall under the like he said a slur or he's actually physically hurt somebody.
Yeah, but he has been like verbally threatening in certain circumstances.
Yeah. Yeah, I just, yeah. And we've seen people be like verbally abused before in the house and they've not really done anything because it's all very tricky because it's fucking words. Like,
yeah, production, you fucked yourself by not doing your homework beforehand.
It's tricky with the law, because it's like they could yoink him and then, like he is suing them.
Yeah.
I heard. So there's been enough like public outcry that if they don't change something next season, it's not going to get better or easier for them. So they definitely have to change something.
Yeah, but like there's certain, I don't know how exactly the granularities of the casting process work, but I doubt that all the information that we find relevant to a contestant's viability on the show is not available to the production. There's certain information that you're not allowed to get.
Yeah, it's not a crime to be a deadbeat dad. I mean, they've casted Evil Dick twice, so.
Yeah, and he actively had HIV while he was in the house, so there's certain things that are going to fall through the cracks,
Yeah, but, I mean, just it's all of their bull riders have been problematic, to be honest, so maybe just stop fucking casting bull riders. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a tricky situation because you're casting bull riders for a show that has like a largely, I don't actually know this. Does Big Brother have a largely liberal audience? I don't know that.
CBS is a more conservative media outlet technically, so
maybe they just don't care how we feel.
Yeah, I mean I don't think so. I think they've got like a mix, but I don't know. I don't know what the solution is, but I just know that something has to change. But it's not my job to figure it out. It's Allison Grodner's job to figure it out. So do better, Allison Grodner, or I'm gonna email you a piece of my shit.
I don't know what they're supposed to do, but I also don't want it to be like this again because just like Love Island, it just took up too much time.
Yeah, and we need to talk about the Blockbuster because the Blockbuster was so suspicious, and I wasn't really paying attention to when it was airing live, but we
watched it back.
The second time I watched it, I was so upset because I hope CBS is watching this. And they're not, but I feel so disrespected as a fan, and we'll talk about the conspiracy that I think is most likely accurate, but what we fucking watched was like, we're
not going to go ahead and say anything that's conspiratorial to be accurate, but I do think that it makes a lot of sense.
Can you at least fucking pretend like you're trying to cover up that you're rigging him to not win? Like, I feel disrespected as a fan. Like, you think I'm so fucking stupid that I would buy the shit that you just sold me on the last Blockbuster.
So to explain why this competition was so sketchy, the competition was a competition where you had a windy kind of bridge that you had to navigate a ball down. And the objective, as explained to us at home, and I'll explain why that distinction is important in a second, but as it was explained to us at home by Julie, you're trying to get the highest score in the lowest amount of time. That is the objective. Well, not
lowest amount of time. You have 2 minutes to get the highest score.
Obviously, if you can get the highest score in the lowest amount of time, that would be the best,
Yeah.
But you are trying to get the highest score. You have a 2-minute time limit. And Riley starts the competition. He rolls the ball a couple of times, gets it into 29, and then looks around for about a minute.
Doesn't do anything.
While the other 2 are clearly busting their ass.
Yeah. Morgan rolls a 29 and then buzzes in. And then Riley sees that she's...
Which is also weird because you see Riley has a 29 in his slot. Why would you buzz in 29?
Well, he hasn't buzzed in yet.
But he hasn't buzzed in, but like if he buzzes in, you have no chance of winning.
Well, the conspiracy theory that you brought up will kind of make all of these questions go away.
Yeah, so all of this doesn't make sense. Like she's buzzing in.
She buzzes in at 29. He sees that she's buzzed in at 29. By the way, they both still have an entire minute to get a higher score.
Yeah.
Mickey is still going, and then...
The camera is also not focused on Mickey a lot.
Yeah, and then we don't see her roll, but apparently she rolls to 38.
Yeah.
And then
which I believe the top score was 40. So
yeah, and then we don't even see her buzz in, and they don't show a replay of her rolling it. So it goes, Morgan buzzes in with 29. Riley, who had already rolled to 29, then buzzes in after her.
Yeah.
Mickey apparently rolls it into 38,
and then
apparently buzzes in, but we don't see any of this.
And so all of this is super shady. Like the mechanisms of the game, as described to us, keep in mind, were to get the highest score possible. 29 is a very middling score for both Morgan and
also,
Riley.
Why would you buzz in with the same score?
Like, when the objective is to get the highest.
Yeah, or even wait until after her, because now she locked in the score ahead of you, like, so she had it first technically.
Yeah, so she beats you technically.
And you're tied?
Yeah. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. So a theory I read online, and again, this is purely conspiracy, but the conspiracy said that the contestants were told a different set of rules than us at home and even us and the people in the audience. And basically the rules, I don't know what the rules would have been, but the rules, the actions that they made would have made sense with the rules that
I
they were
can only
given.
guess that the rules are like, get the highest score in the quickest amount of time, and whoever buzzes in last with the lowest score loses.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Because like maybe they were like, we don't know what Mickey's gonna get. We may as well buzz in quickly. But I don't know. And I think that.
But like that doesn't make sense either, because that would mean Riley would just buzz in right away. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what rules they gave them, but I feel like that theory is probably most likely.
I believe it for sure, because it just doesn't make sense unless they just straight up misunderstood the rules. That's also possible, but for two people to misunderstand the rules in the same exact way would be kind of wild.
I just don't know, and I feel so disrespected by CBS, honestly. I feel like you fucking gave us a crock. Like, can you at least make it look like you're like it's like they're all trying, or it's a real competition, or it's, you know, like, because I feel like Mickey could not be on that block next to either of them. If Mickey was on that block, I think she would have gone home.
100%.
So they had to guarantee that Mickey wins, but and the votes were very close. Like, there's no way for us to know, and I don't think that they can really rig the votes that way. Like, again, it's the integrity of the game. It would be
I don't think anybody was. If anybody knew, it was Rachel. That's it. And maybe Riley was informed ahead of time before the blockbuster that he was going to be removed either way or something, you know? Because I also felt like his body language was really weird. He's usually a really amped up guy during competitions, and he just looked like really limp.
Yeah, he looked like he had already given up.
Yeah.
And then hit the face. I don't know. I'm always just like creeped out by his eyes.
And he was like sitting so far, like walking so far away from everybody. We're reading into it a lot, but you know, we're just hungry for like the truth.
Yeah, I just like, I wish that Big Brother was either, you know, honest with us 100%, or, you know, you were just not so messy in how you tried to handle this. Like,
yeah.
Or just be like, we don't give a fuck that he's bad at women. We don't care, okay? Julie Chen loves her sexual assault her husband. You know? That's Moonves. Yeah. We don't care. Just say that, okay? Say that and be honest, or just don't fucking cast people like this, because it derailed an entire week, and I just had to watch.
And I feel bad for Rachel, really, because I feel like this was really bad for her game.
Yeah, this was most bad for her game. There was a moment that we didn't really mention because we were just trying to get through this weird ass week.
Yeah.
Where Ashley, Vinny, Morgan, and Will?
Yeah, they form an alliance called the Judges.
Terrible name, but so they're all apparently working together now. So, I mean, I don't really give any Like, it's legitimate until they put one of themselves on the block, you know?
I thought Modern Family would have been a better name.
I think that would have been a good name, too. So it seems like, and there was a moment where Mickey was like, I can't believe Rachel put me on the block. I prayed for her to win this HOH.
Yeah, that was like full on delusion. I think she's kind of like Delulu.
Yeah.
Like, in a way where it's like, I'm not calling her crazy or anything like that, but she's just is not seeing the reality for what it is.
Yeah, or it's like a coping mechanism of like, I'm not as in control of this game as I thought I was.
She definitely seems like a person who needs to be in control and needs to be not only like in control, but like kind of a tyrant.
Yeah, and I can see like her job being like very stressful and like very fast paced. So you probably have to maintain like a certain level of calm and control, at least on the outside, to your clients so that they don't think things are wrong.
Yeah, so after that whole kerfuffle, you know, whether it was production getting their hands sticky in the situation, whether it was Rachel helping them out, whether it was just a natural occurrence of the game, they got his ass out of there.
Yeah, and I will acknowledge, like, there's not really a good way for CBS to go about this. Definitely wasn't the way that you did it, but...
You're trying to cut CBS slack?
I'm just saying, like...
They're a $1 billion network.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck them, eat the rich, hashtag tax the billionaires.
Are you trying to be empathetic towards a conglomerate?
Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing that. You know what? Fuck you, CBS. But also, please cast me for the next season. I'm like, fuck you. You guys, where are your morals and ethics? How dare you disrespect me as a viewer?
Also, let me play.
I'm your biggest fan, and I think I would do really well. Because look at how, like, confrontational I am. It could be good for the show.
You're really not confrontational.
I'm pretty argumentative, but I don't like confrontation. For somebody who does like to argue.
And I don't like not being alone, so I wouldn't be good for the game. I don't like not video game.
Yeah, you would. No, it'd be like a real life video game. Like, think of it. You could go on and just and think of it as you're on a video game.
Damn.
Submerged in a real life one.
I was thinking the other day, I was watching Big Brother. I was like, damn, it'd be really fun to be in this game. I feel like I'd do well.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd definitely be a floater, but like nobody would suspect me for being a floater. I'd be like Will. I'd be like, ha ha ha, I'm young, sports.
Sports.
Yeah, he was from Boston all of a sudden.
I love that edit they did of Will. I can't remember what episode it was, but it was this week where he was like, I just like let the young people talk to me. I'm like, I'm not even listening.
Oh yeah, it was
He's
this
like,
week.
sometimes I just repeat back what they're saying to me. Oh my God, nobody ever understands me. Oh, nobody understands you.
Low-key a good tactic for any, never mind.
I would do that if I was in the Big Brother house.
Me too. I mean, I feel like I would have to just to get through it. I would have to have like an autopilot mode.
I feel like I would sleep a lot because I'd be like, I can't talk to any of these people oh my God. Who said what down in the backyard? That's crazy. I think I'd be like, I want to go home. I need some me time. I feel like I would evict for me time.
Me too. I think I honestly, hats off to anybody who would last the entire time in Big Brother. If you go into the jury house, hats off to you because that is a boring time.
Yeah, you don't have anything.
Yeah, especially in the jury house, man. They're so excited to get that videotape, dude. They were so excited.
No, you know what? I think there is only one good spot to be in the jury house, and it's the spot before a second guest enters, and you're just by yourself.
True, you get some alone time for a while.
I mean, unless you don't want to be by yourself, but I think like that would be nice to just like,
especially after being in the house for so long.
Be in some nice house. No stimulation, but like literally, what would you do all day?
Yeah.
No books. You can't even fucking have books, dude.
I know. Why don't they let you have books?
Why only you let have book?
Did I say that?
I don't know. It sounded like that to me.
I said, why don't they let you have books?
They let you have like Bibles, religious books.
Oh, okay.
But no books that expand your mind.
Another one of your guys go down.
Yeah, that's okay though.
Let's not even turn him into glue.
Yeah, you don't want to sell that. It's bad glue.
Yeah, it's too sticky.
Oh, no. It's bad glue.
It's bad. All right, so in honor of our resident nasty man leaving, we're going to be talking about some of the things that could have been different had he just never been in the season.
You know, which was what should have happened.
Yeah. And also would have been totally fine because they had 17 house guests to start, so... And the saboteur shit didn't even matter, so...
I know. Big Brother, that's something else I hate about you, is when you bring up a theme and you don't commit. Either bring it up and fully commit or don't bring it up at all.
We're okay with you just solving the first issue first.
Yeah, that one's more important. You have bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
Cass better, and then
we're okay with
that.
the saboteur not coming back for a while. We're okay with it.
Riley, you know what? It turns out Riley was the saboteur.
He was of his own game.
He was the
and
saboteur.
of our enjoyment.
Yeah.
So the first thing I think, or we were talking about this earlier, I think the first thing that would be different is Zay would still be here, I think. Or Zay would have lasted past the first week.
Yeah, because they would have ended up voting Zay, and Zay would have been proven as not the second house guest.
Yeah, Zay would have received the goodwill of like having something be proven truth.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. And that would have changed the landscape of the first week because that would have probably meant that Keanu would have ended up on the block because he was another person that Vinny was thinking about potentially putting up.
Yeah, people were suspecting him. It could have also been another girl, but I don't know who because Lauren did bring up like, oh, it's most likely a girl because Rachel came in, so it would be another lady saboteur.
Yeah.
I do think that if Keanu had gone on the block, he would have won veto or blockbuster, which probably would have resulted in Ashley actually going home this week.
Yeah. So that would have changed things because Ashley is actually in a pretty good spot in the house right now. She's not like my favorite to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if she just stumbled her ass into the end, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she makes it to like final 3.
Yeah, for sure.
Or even like final 2.
And had Riley not been here also, I feel like the second thing would have been Catherine could have played a better game.
Yeah, that would have opened her up to having more relationships because, I mean, we don't really have to talk about it, but she was clearly very isolated by him in a lot of moments.
Yeah, you had mentioned something the other day where it's like people had been noticing on the live feeds that whenever she was having conversations with other people, like he would just make himself disruptive.
Yeah, there was one video. I've only seen one video about it, but like she was literally in the bathroom with 3 other people, and then he was just standing there, and she was trying to talk to him, and he just kept being like yawning really obnoxiously, like
she was trying to talk to him.
She was trying to talk to the other people that she was sitting
okay.
next to, or she would say something and then he would repeat it and laugh really loudly, and like it was just everything he was doing was like, I need attention, stop talking to the other people.
Yeah, and even outside of that, just naturally being attached to a guy in a showmance, it's going to limit your options, you know?
Yeah, you automatically become very isolated because, one, nobody wants to align with a showmance because they know that they're going to be at the bottom of the totem pole.
Yeah.
And 2, that's just like the only person that you end up really trusting the most. So it just kind of makes sense that way.
Well, Lauren clearly wants to be aligned with the showmance.
I know Lauren, for whatever reason, tried to be aligned with them.
Yeah.
Catherine could have been more closely aligned with Lauren, and then that maybe could have resulted in her being in some sort of like 4-way
with Vinny,
alliance.
Zach, and Lauren.
Yeah.
Because that would have made a lot of sense. I feel like her game could have been a little different.
So what would have happened if Riley didn't win HOH? Mickey could have potentially not used her power though, and then Riley and Catherine wouldn't be on the block ever, and Jimmy would still be here. And I think that fraction between honestly,
then
like
their side of the house might have just run the game.
Yeah, they could have run the game.
Yeah, they
could have run the game if they just like did not get rid of Jimmy.
Yeah, that's actually a good one. So I feel like their side of the house is every week is just going to get worse and worse because there's so much distrust now because of that week specifically.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think Jimmy would have still sent home Amy at the end of his HOH week because who did he put up? He put up Keanu,
who took himself off with the power.
Would he have even targeted Keanu from the beginning? That's another one that we didn't talk about that I think you mentioned earlier.
True.
Would Jimmy have targeted Keanu? Because if Keanu, proved himself as a comp beast early on would Jimmy
Well, the
try to
reason
align
why-
with him?
I think the reason why Jimmy targeted him was because something that Keanu said didn't match up with something that he did. But it was a game of telephone that caused it all. So maybe he still would have gone after him.
Well, no, he came for him before that, because I remember like Jimmy having that weird conversation with Keanu in the backyard. Keanu, who had already been told that Jimmy was coming for him, and Jimmy was like, you wouldn't come for me, right? And Keanu was like, no, I would not. If I was coming for you, I would tell you. Is there anything you would like to tell me? And Jimmy was like, no. You know what? I feel really good about this conversation. It feels like Jimmy forgot that he I feel like he was just targeting him because he was so. I can't remember what made him initially target Keanu.
Because he's buff and brolic and like a big masculine guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he was just a physical threat. I think that's why he started. But maybe if Zay were here, meaning like if Riley, if Zay were here because of Riley not being here, then maybe he would have been the target. Because he was also a huge mental threat because he was beating everybody at chess week 1.
Yeah. He could have potentially gone home that week. And maybe Amy would be here still fucking shit up.
You know what I'm realizing is the real answer to this?
What?
I feel like nothing would be that different because he really didn't change anything. He didn't do anything besides that first week.
No, but he just kind of like disrupted things with that whole HOH. Like
Yeah.
that was kind of the domino effect. Like him winning HOH triggered Mickey to use her power, triggered her to start sending home some of her allies, and
True,
caused all
actually
of
that
these
HOH
cracks.
was pretty big.
Yeah, it was just like the first domino,
Yeah. But he himself, like, not intentionally, I guess. He didn't intentionally do anything that shifted
No, he
the
was
trajectory
not
of the game.
intentionally impressive in any way, shape, or form.
So, goodbye, Riley. We never knew ya. Is there anything else we want to talk about regarding something that would have changed because of him?
Do we think would Lauren's HOH have been any different? I mean, she was basically just letting Vinny run her HOH, but she was closely aligned with
He didn't have any input,
Catherine.
I don't think.
He
Did he have input?
pretty much. I don't really know. I have to rewatch that week.
I just feel like he did absolutely nothing except for try to get Catherine to marry him the whole season.
Oh, no, I was talking about Vinny.
Oh, yeah.
I was just trying. Yeah, he didn't really do anything that week, but maybe Lauren and Catherine could have come up with a game plan, and then Lauren could have had less of a nothing HOH. But that's not really worth anything.
Yeah. I feel like the only thing he did was win an HOH that he didn't even really win.
Yeah.
So goodbye.
Goodbye.
And so next up we're gonna do some activities. Let's just close it out. We're gonna play some games, do some fun stuff. And what are we doing first, Adouria?
We're going to be drafting besties to be in our Big Brother Alliance.
Yeah, whatever that means to you. We're drafting it. You went first last time, right? Did you go first? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, so first bestie, I am going to draft. I'm going to draft Jake the dog from Adventure Time.
Damn.
Because he's kind of like a shape-shifting bestie. I feel like he's very versatile, He's a versatile bestie. He can also kind of be a father figure, so he's also kind of a dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You drafted a good one.
Yeah, Jake the dog for my first bestie.
Okay. You know what? I'll stay on that Adventure Time theme for a second. That gave me a good idea. For my first bestie, I'm going to draft Marceline because I see the way she cares for Simon, and I want to be cared for that way too.
She's a daughter bestie.
She's a daughter bestie. She's
Immortal bestie.
Immortal bestie. And she's such a good bestie to Bubblegum too.
Are they besties?
Less besties. Less BSDs.
Less BSDs.
For my next bestie, I'm going to draft the public library because it's free in your city wherever you're a resident, and you can get access to thousands of books, including audiobooks on the Libby app.
Nice.
Libraries, they're important. They're essential.
Public service announcement.
Library. I like going to the library.
All right. For my next bestie, I am going to choose Joey Tribbiani.
Nice.
Yeah. He's gonna be my social bestie. I feel like, I need a wingman bestie who's gonna help me familiarize myself with all the ladies in the house. How you doing? You know what I mean?
They're going to be so like disarmed by him and his flirting.
Yeah. And I know Joey Tribbiani isn't trying to betray me, okay?
No, he would never.
He could never. He doesn't have the capacity to.
He would die for you.
He's stupid.
The only way he would turn against you is if you try to disrespect any of his 8 sisters.
Exactly. And I would never. For my third bestie, I'm going to draft Scottie Pippen.
Nice.
He's going to be a comp threat, and the best bestie in basketball history, a legendary bestie. That's what they call him. He's the Michael Jordan's most legendary bestie.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I was trying to think of a basketball player and I can't think of one. Okay. For my next bestie, I'm going to draft Ginger, the root, because it makes me feel better. It always comes in handy.
Nice.
It's a comp threat. It's got body, yaddy, yaddy.
You're going to draft Ginger.
I'm drafting Ginger.
Okay, good. Well done.
For my 4th pick, I'm going to draft Colgate. He's my bestie. He's our dog, and I know he could rip anybody's throat out.
Hey, a social game would be trash, though.
No, it wouldn't. Everybody would be like, oh my God, he's so cute and chunky.
Until he tries to fucking murder them.
Well, so what? Then they shouldn't have petted him without his consent.
All right, you got Colgate?
I got Colgate.
Who's another bestie? And I need a brain for my besties alliance. Okay, I need a bestie brain. I need a historically significant bestie. I'm not saying I agree with this person's politics or what they did. I'm just saying, as a quality of a bestie, I feel like he would be beneficial to my alliance. And I'm gonna pick Dick Cheney.
Okay.
George W. Bush's bestie.
I feel like George W. Bush.
Some would say George W. Bush is Dick Cheney's bestie.
I was just going to say, I feel like George W. Bush would be the better bestie because, like, he knows how to have a good time. He'd be like...
but I need a brain. I need a brain.
He'd be like, just, I don't care who you put on the block. Now watch this drive.
I need a smart bestie, though. And I feel like George Bush is not smart enough to head my bestie alliance. So I'm taking Dick Cheney. Hopefully he doesn't shoot any of my other besties in the face. That's my 4th and my 5th pick, right? Yeah.
I think so.
Dick Cheney. That's good. Fire. And then for my 5th and final bestie, I think we need a pawn bestie. We need a kicking bag.
Okay.
Punching bag bestie. So for my punching bag bestie, I'm going to choose fucking Morty from Rick and Morty.
Oh, man. He's abused.
He's abused. Yeah. He'll do whatever I need him to do.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, Rick, do I really have to go on the block again? No.
Why do I have to fuck the HOH? You know what? Morty is kind of also my Carolyn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it kind of sounds similar.
Sound the same. All right. Well, I'm about to destroy your alliance with my 5th and final pick because who needs any other bestie outside of my 5th and final pick, which is...
Oh, fuck. I should have picked Jesus. No, never mind.
It's too late now. Jesus is everybody's bestie. He wants to be everyone's bestie so bad.
You better not take Jesus.
I'm not going to take Jesus because even my next pick could destroy Jesus.
Okay.
For my 5th and final pick, I pick every single woman in a girl's bathroom at a bar. You're all my besties and you're all ready to go to battle against any man.
Nice.
That's the ultimate bestie.
All right. Well, I think I clearly win.
No, you don't understand the power of a woman's restroom in a bar at 12 a.m. You do not understand.
Yeah, it would be weird if I did understand.
They help me do my taxes.
Why would I understand?
They help me do my taxes.
You should be glad I don't understand. Why the fuck would I understand? What kind of man would I be if I understood?
They help me do my taxes.
All right. So I win. And next up, we are going to be... how do I even intro this? Would this Big Brother legend have raised me well? The answer is probably no. Would Danielle Reyes have raised me well?
Yeah. Yeah. I think she would have raised us well.
I think had I only seen her on Big Brother, I probably would have said yes, but after seeing her in Traders, I feel like she couldn't handle the pressure of raising me.
No, but her second half game was very good. She was very messy in the beginning. It was very bad and embarrassing.
So I would have a rough childhood, but in my teenage years, we'd reconcile.
I think she could have raised us well.
So we become friends as adults.
She'd raise you to be very paranoid and always thinking 12 steps ahead. What about Enzo? I think he would have raised me well. I don't think he would have raised you well. I think he gives girl dad.
I was going to say the opposite. I was going to say he's going to be like a shitty dad to a girl because he's so clearly a dude, you know? He's gonna do all the things that a dude dad does. He's going to take you to a fucking, what's a New Jersey team? A Nets game.
I think he's got daughters. I think he's probably got both.
I think he would. I'm not putting any spin on his name. I think he'd do a good job, you know? I definitely think he would be like a sit back and yell dad. He wouldn't do shit ever.
Yeah.
He'd just be like sitting on a chair.
Hey,
What's going on in there?
Hey.
Better put that down.
Hey, show me all 10 fingers. All right, we're good.
His wife is going to be doing the legwork, but he'll be present. He's not going to leave the house.
Yeah,
he'll be there.
He never leaves the house, but he doesn't do anything.
Am I Enzo?
You better not be Enzo as a dad. Memphis.
I think he would try.
He would try.
I think he really would. I think he likes the idea of like being a responsible, good guy, but I feel like he's a little too angry and he's going to lose it on me once or twice. That's going to strain our relationship.
Yeah, he's gonna put like slightly too high expectations on you as a child.
Yeah.
And then but you guys will get along in when you're older.
He seems like a guy, like I hope he's gotten over his issues, but because of how he talked about he has a bunch of trauma from like just his upbringing and I think his dad passed when he was young or something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember. We were just rewatching that season, but yeah he was talking about how like he is very emotionless just because of how his upbringing was.
Yeah, so I feel like some of that would probably carry on to me. And then like I'm a dad now and I can't connect with my son because I didn't know my dad ever. I couldn't count the number of times my dad said I love you and on one hand, and now like I'm passing that down onto my son.
Are you good? Are you well?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Was that 5 or we need one more?
Let's do one more. Would Angela have raised us well?
Oh, God, no. For sure not.
What? I think she would have fought tooth and nail for everything that we needed.
Oh, no. I feel like that bitch would take a lot of things personally.
From us?
Yeah.
If we were her kids?
She went on Dr. Phil because her family was falling apart.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, that's why.
I did not have the prior context.
I have the added context of, and you know what? Catch Angela and her daughter on Amazing Race in September.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I'll be watching that.
They worked it out, it seems like. I really want taquitos.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm hungry.
And yeah, so that does it for our deadbeat parents.
Yeah, none of them raised us really that well.
Yeah, but maybe that's on us, you know. Because we're the constant.
Yeah.
We were doomed to fail.
And the lesson is it's always the child's fault.
Yeah. That's the lesson everyone should take away from don't blame your parents, it's your fault.
It's your fault. You weren't making the most of what you were given, you piece of shit.
Last game.
Tian's going to be blind ranking Rachel Riley's most iconic quotes throughout her seasons. I'm going to kill
this. This is going to be a breeze.
Okay. First up, he's Jewish, and so he wears a Yom Kippur. I believe that's what it's called.
If I were just ranking this based off of which one I like the most, that would be 1. But it's not like as iconic as some of her other. She's not known for this line, probably because it's low key not okay to say. But
yeah, it's a little anti-Semitic.
Yeah, it's a little microaggression-y,
yeah.
But you know, for the sake of that, let's put it 5.
Next up, and one of her most iconic ones, floaters, you better grab a life vest.
2.
Accurate. Next up, I fought so hard that I have to get another injection of Botox.
Oh, I like that one. I actually don't even remember that one. That's fire.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Because not only is she comfortable enough with her plastic surgery or her work done that she's like broadcasting it. She's kind of using it as like trash talk.
Yeah, she's like, I had to fight your ass so hard that I need more Botox.
Yeah, you made me look older. That's got to be 3.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What other spots do you have left?
4 and 1.
All right. Probably what we love her for most. Brant, I am Vegas.
I put that 1. Yeah, that's pretty easily 1. I was just like doing a last minute cursory check through my brain to see if there's anything else I might have missed.
And finally, from this season, if you come for the queen, you'll get beheaded. Trip.
I wish that was 5. This is not a perfect list.
It's not a perfect list. I wanted to jank up the order to really trick you and make you have a not good list.
For the first time, you caught it on camera. I didn't make a perfect list. This is only an A. This is only an A grade list. This is not an A+.
Nah, it's like a B list.
Go die. And that's been our show. Thank you for watching, and stay safe and stay cool.
Bye.